小心沉醉里头，消费债要不？
我这是。
Today I will recap a 2022 Taiwan horror movie Minxiong Haunted House. Before we start, please like and comment on the video as it will help us grow our reach. At the beginning of the movie, we see a man who is quite scared. Some girl is calling him a master, but he is not able to see anyone. That man comes out of the house in fear, but that sound continues to follow him, due to which he starts firing in the air. After this, some unseen force controls him and gets him shot dead by his own hands. We then see his wife with a psychic, who tells her that her husband was killed by a female ghost, and she is still lingering near that canal. That is why their son Yiming's fate has a water-related calamity, so any place next to water should be avoided. If there's a moment of inattentiveness, he will lose his life, and she will die at the same time. He asks her to bring him back to him if he gets to turn 15. He asks why will he only leave until the age of 14, and is there any other way to change this? To which he says it's his fate. After 30 years, we see Aji and Xiaoqi by the pool, where he tells her that her necklace has left a tan mark. She tells him that her grandma told her not to take it off, but she takes it off and keeps it aside. She says she wants to practice more, and we see that something pulls her necklace into the water. Xiaoqi then gets into the water, and suddenly she begins drowning. Seeing this, Aji jumps into the water, but he gets terrified seeing that a ghost is pulling her leg. Others then jump in to help her, and when Aji goes back in to check, he finds that the ghost is gone. He then goes to Xiaoqi, who tells him that her foot just cramped up. Xiaoqi then returns home, and her grandma Ding asks her where was she, but she goes towards her room without saying anything. Later, we see her with Ding and her mom Lin going to the mountains to sweep the tomb, but she is absent-minded along the way and bump into a dirty thing on the mountain by mistake. Now while Ding and Lin are praying, we see Xiaoqi walking away from there, and she goes down the mountain in a daze. On the other hand, Aji and his uncle are doing a post-mortem of a corpse, and he tells Aji that if there are any unresolved grievances or grudges when one dies, then he can't ascend to heaven. It's like what you all often say about some place being haunted. It means the place has earthbound souls that haven't left. Aji tries to tell him that this morning he saw a ghost, but he couldn't tell him. His uncle gives him a bracelet to wear, saying he has been wearing it for many years. Before his mom died, she entrusted him to take care of him, and he is the only one who inherited a special constitution like him in their family. Meanwhile, Xiaoqi reaches a shrine, and as she opens the door, she gets possessed and thrown away. We then see Dan and Lin looking for Xiaoqi, where a woman suggests them to call the police. On the other hand, Xiaoqi returns home, and we see that she is still possessed and opening a sealed iron door on the 3rd floor using a kitchen knife. She then begins breaking a nailed door that has some talismans on it. In that room, she finds a sealed urn from under the bed, take it out and shatters it, releasing the wraith in the altar. Ding and Lin inform the police, and an officer tells them they will inform them immediately if they find anything. He also asks them to go home and take a look first. He then drops them at their house, and the other officer asks him didn't they say this house was haunted? To which he asks him to be quiet and they leave there. Inside, a terrified Ding says she told her not to go to the 3rd floor, and this is bad. She then sets out to find Master Akai, leaving Lin alone at home. After she leaves, Lin goes to the 3rd floor, where she finds that urn broken. Suddenly a marble comes rolling toward her, and she notices something written on the mirror with blood. Now when she goes to check it, her hair begins raising in the air, due to which she gets terrified. Just then a dress appears there, and as it moves towards her, she gets terrified and the door gets closed. She calls out to her mother and Xiaoqi for help, but then blood drips down her forehead, fearing which she hides in a closet. Then suddenly someone opens the door, and it is Aji. She comes out and asks him if she is Xiaoqi's senior. Aji says he came to find Xiaoqi, and when he heard screaming, he came up. Lin tells him that she is Xiaoqi's mom and asks him where is she. Aji says she sent him a text in the afternoon telling him to pick her up, but she didn't answer when he called. Aji says he thinks Xiaoqi may be in trouble, and only then the mirror shatters, due to which they get terrified. They both notice that behind the mirror is a place exactly like their house, and here Lin has some visions in which she sees a girl. They hear Xiaoqi's cries on the other side, and Aji and Lin enter into another dimension. There they see Xiaoqi, who was crying, saying that no one will come to save her. She was sacrificed. Does that mean the rest of them will all be at peace? Lin comes there to stop her, but Xiaoqi jumps into the well. Lin gets shocked to see this, and only then a ghost grabs Lin and tries to pull her inside the well, but Aji comes there and starts reading some prayers and manages to free Lin from that ghost. They both hide under a table, where Aji tells her that was probably a ghost. He tries to tell her that he can see ghosts, but only then someone moves the table. Lin gets frustrated and asks who it is and what does it want. 𝐀𝐄𝐒 says he thinks they should go back right now, but only then someone calls Sheng Xin's name and Lin goes to the 3rd floor following the voice. She finds 𝐂𝐄𝐒 there, who tries to kill herself, but Lin stops her saying she can't do it. 𝐂𝐄𝐒 says it's all her fault, and when 𝐀𝐄𝐒 comes there, he tells her that it's not 𝐂𝐄𝐒, and we see that she is holding a doll in her hands. He then checks that the portal has been closed and tries to break the mirror, and meanwhile, Lin hears someone's voice from outside. When they go to the balcony, they see that Ding has returned home with Master 𝐀𝐾𝐒. She brings him to the 3rd floor room and shows him that the spell formation he had casted back then has been broken. 𝐾𝐾𝐒 says the yin energy here is too strong and perhaps she has returned. He asks her to pick up that photo and give it to him. He then tells her that the He family was indeed an influential family in the past, but now there is only one granddaughter left. So how could the souls of her ancestors be at ease in the heaven? He then gives her the token of the Lord of Heaven to hit her while shouting her name. Now here a flashback is shown where we see that Sheng Xin, Yiming, and Dezin were siblings. One day Yiming dies and the officer tells Ding that it looks like he was trying to retrieve a shoe by the canal and then he fell. Actually, he went to get Sheng Xin's shoe, but she traps Dezin in this by exchanging shoes with her, and their mother blames her for her brother's death. Now this causes a deep shock in Dezin, and while growing she becomes mentally disturbed. One day she is combing her hair and here she notices a black mark appearing on her face, due to which she gets terrified and starts behaving strangely. Her mom calls Master 𝐀𝐾𝐒 and tells him that it's happening again. He enters her room with his assistant, and they both tie her hands and start taking her away from there. Dezin asks for help from Sheng Xin, but she goes back to her room. Ding then begins hitting Dezin's photo, due to which the other dimension's house begins shaking. Only then Master 𝐾𝐾𝐒 realizes that she is here, and Ding sees 𝐂𝐄𝐒 coming crawling toward her. Master says she is not her 𝐂𝐄𝐒 and tells her to continue hitting faster. Ding starts doing the same, due to which Dezin's soul comes out from inside 𝐂𝐄𝐒, and cracks start appearing on the mirror. Now 𝐀𝐄𝐒 manages to jump back to his world. But before Sheng Xin could come out, the portal closes and she gets trapped there. 𝐀𝐄𝐒 brings 𝐂𝐄𝐒 out and he hides her under the table, and he tells her that he is going to check on her grandma and mom. Meanwhile, Dezin's ghost attacks Ding and lifts her up in the air. However, Master manages to get her free using his powers. He then takes out his sword to fight Dezin, and he tells Ding that her daughter has returned to take revenge. Suddenly, that sword falls from his hand and slips away from him. Only then blood drips on Ding's forehead and Dezin attacks her from above. We then see that she is entering into her body and Ding gets possessed. Master 𝐾𝐾𝐒 gets terrified and tries to run away from there, but he falls down the stairs and injures himself. Dezin then comes to him and chops his neck with a chopper. 𝐀𝐄𝐒 watches all this and tries to run away from there, but suddenly Dezin appears in front of him. She then takes him to that well and tells him to break it open. 𝐀𝐄𝐒 then enters the well, and when he digs it up, he finds a sack bag there. He comes out with that bag, and Dezin tells him to open it, and when he does so, he gets terrified to see a skull in it. Now here 𝐀𝐄𝐒 gets a vision, and it is revealed that the birth time of Dezin and the death time of the female ghost that committed suicide in the canal were exactly the same. Master 𝐾𝐾𝐒's previous efforts to change her fortune were ineffective, and she committed suicide. They have to separate the parts of her body so that her family could be at peace again. After she is done, the body must be cremated and buried in the bamboo forest. Her head must be sealed up at the place where she died. Pieces of her clothing, broken hair, and her comb must be placed under her bed. Dezin then sits in front of her skull and begins kowtowing. 𝐀𝐄𝐒 tries to stop her, saying that she will die. 𝐂𝐄𝐒 then comes there to stop her, but Dezin pushes her back, and 𝐀𝐄𝐒 says Master 𝐾𝐾𝐒 is already dead, so let the old lady go. Dezin stops, and 𝐀𝐄𝐒 says if she has any unfulfilled wishes, he can help her. Dezin tells him to bury her and her sister together. She then appears in front of Sheng Xin and says they finally meet. She says she died here and she is trapped here, and asks her if has she ever thought of her. Sheng Xin says she doesn't know why she killed herself, to which Dezin says she watched as they took her away and did nothing. She then reveals that Master 𝐾𝐾𝐒 and his assistant raped her. She asks her does she know how much she wished she could be her. She even took the blame for the mistakes she made. Later on, she confessed her mistake to her and said she will always be by her side no matter what happens. But when she needed her, she disregarded her. Sheng Xin realizes her mistake and apologizes to her and says 𝐂𝐄𝐒 is innocent. Dezin tells her that she just used 𝐂𝐄𝐒 to help and that what she really wants is her. Now here in a flashback, we see that while going for tomb sweeping, Sheng Xin was not with them. She was not there when Ding was looking for 𝐂𝐄𝐒, and even with the police officers, Ding was alone. Dezin then reveals that they died in the same place over 10 years ago. Actually, after Dezin's death, Sheng Xin and her mother had an argument where her mother was blaming Dezin for the end of his family, but Sheng Xin was defending her that she was not a Bane, and during this, she fell into the well. Dezin says she finally came to keep her company, and they will be together in the next life as well. Later, the police arrive there and take away Ding by arresting her. We then see Xiaoqi and Aji praying for the peace of Sheng Xin and Dezin's soul. He tells Dezin that they did what she told them to do. He asked his uncle to help their soul find peace, and he wished them both a smooth journey. Later, they visit Ding, but Ding sees Yiming there. She gets happy to see him and says she worked so hard to take care of the house for him. She tells him that when he is out and about, he should not casually date around. Otherwise, he is going to end up like his dad. He was abducted by that servant girl. They saved the money for his university tuition, but she can't believe she dared to take it. Now in a flashback, we see a female ghost clung to Mr. He, and before killing him, she asks him why did he abandon her. Now after killing him, she goes to Minxiong's house, and she had killed all the family members of Mr. He in the spirit of revenge. In the end, it is revealed that Mr. He and his maid had an affair and his wife knew about this. Mrs. He held a grudge and abused the maidservant while Mr. He was away from home, causing the maidservant to jump into the well and commit suicide. We then see Aji and Xiaoqi with that psychic, who tells her that both her mom and her uncle had water-related calamities, and in the end, they were not able to avoid them. He also tells her that she should not continue living in that house as it's unclean. She has a fire-related calamity, so when she uses fire in the future, she needs to be very careful. Unless she is at home in her kitchen, she should avoid using fire in all other places. Please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon never to miss new video updates. Thanks for watching.